So I'm somewhat late to the party, but the Resurgent update is now out. Well, it has been for some time. However, I'm now ready to play it. One of the most exciting changes for me, personally, was the changes to vampire counts. Now, in the tabletop game, vampire count characters were terrors, incredibly powerful melee monsters and wizards. But it was never really reflected in the tabletop. Or not in the tabletop game, in this game, rather. I mean, they were still okay. They were still pretty strong, actually. But they weren't really massively stronger than human fighters, right? The same weapon strength, a little bit better stats. But in the update, they greatly increased vampire weapon damage. So, by 100 for vampire heroes. So I am thinking I'm going to try out an Isabella campaign with all of her various vampire buffs and see how ridiculous we can get it. Campaign difficulty legendary, battle difficulty very hard. Let us begin. Well, living might in fact stand a chance. This doesn't always go well for me, but we'll see what happens.
Hail to you, O
cold and beautiful Isabella. Yes, yes. Set forth, wife and warrior, beauty and horror. Okie dokie. So first off, what are we going to start with? We've got Manfred and Drakenhof, which we need, but we certainly won't be able to take right away. The dwarves hate us. One of the other changes in the patch was the change to aversion between vampire counts and other factions. So the dwarves hate us more now. Humans hate us more now. It used to be like -10 aversion, now it's -30. I think these were changes aimed at giving the AI Empire more of a chance, but they'll also increase the chance that we get attacked by a ton of factions and immediately die. In any event, so we'll need to move quickly and decisively, I feel. On the plus side, we get 2 vampires right away, Melissa Ratep and Emmanuel Posner. Now we're just in range to attack the Moot right away, and I believe Stirland does not have any allies. So before they get any, we should probably take this stuff from them, because just having Schwarzwaffen is not going to help us too much. We call to Ulrich, yes, I'm sure you do. However, I'm still going to have to kill you. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at this. Vampire heroes with 72 attack, 538 damage. Brings a tear to my eye. Even Isabella herself has 480 now. Alright. Hopefully, that gives us the boost we need. There were a couple of other nerfs to vampires, of course, mainly to the Mortis engine, but that shouldn't affect us much in the early game. I'm going to go for Blood is Power right away to get our growth going, since growth can be a problem for vampires. We're not like Greenskins or Skaven or something. We just spew growth everywhere in all directions. In the meantime, we need more boys. I know Isabella has tons of skills for improving Fellbats, Vargeists, Direwolf, stuff like that, but I've always been more inspired by the undead trope of walls of shambling corpses, so I'm definitely more particular to skeletons and zombies. That said, we'll make do with what we have. Let's see, I should probably build something here, don't you think? For a legendary campaign, public order is actually not bad, since we start with 100% corruption. What should I do here? Well, we'll want income, obviously, but at the same time, I suppose we could actually get a White King up fairly quickly and start leveling up our agents. That would probably make a great deal of sense. But we'll probably need all the money we have right now just to immediately win our war with Stirland. So let's begin. I'm gonna encircle them for a moment. Then raise more dead from this province. Hey look, a full stack on turn 1. It's a beautiful thing. I'm reasonably confident that I can auto-calc this one. Shouldn't be a big deal. Indeed. Alright. Then we will I suppose we could just loot and occupy, hey? I don't really care about the public order. The rebels will just give us some more experience. Perfect. Level up for Isabella. I'm gonna grab the hunger right away, since in an early battle against pathetic troops, it'll give a huge amount of healing. And then I can spend my invocations on my other vampires. I'd like to take Wurtbad, but that might be a tall order, we'll see. In the meantime, money-wise, I'll probably need Vlad in the field. He conveniently does have Siege Attacker, so if I can get him to attack, I'll be immediately able to ignore the walls. And if I can catch them without their full army there, that might just work, especially considering the buff Isabella and Vlad give to each other. Now, the problem would be, do I have enough money to buy? Because I can't get Vlad yet. Vlad comes in on turn 2. So I could start an army this turn. That would put me in a somewhat difficult, dicey situation on money. Immediately switch the general over to Vlad as the turn starts. And then march over to Wurtbad and hopefully take it next turn. Risky, mind you. I almost wonder if I should hold off on this. How much does it cost? 500? Well, 100 per turn. Might be worth actually building that. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go for it, because no one ever won Legendary by being cowardly. Well, actually a few people did, but they were playing easier campaigns. Anyway, I'll need to immediately get someone going here. I wonder why the Strigoi Ghoul Kings are like higher upkeep. That seems silly considering they did not get buffed the same way Vampire Lords did. Oh, 480 weapon damage. Brings a tear to my eye. Alright. Which of these jerk boats do I want? Do I have any other vampires? No, it's between these two, is it? Well, let's take Lutzbergmara. Oh, it's important, I assure you. We don't have a military chain building, so that's fairly irrelevant. I can get a little bit of money by demolishing this guy. Hopefully long enough to survive. And I believe that's all I can do for this turn. So, we'll see what happens. I've got a few turns here with a terrible income, but if I could take Wurtbad, I'll put myself in a much better situation. Then I can strike out east, hopefully crush Castle Tempelhof, and then put myself in a position where I can take Drakenhof from Montfort. Alright, let's end the turn there. Alright, Vlad's now available. We've constructed Cursed Fields, so slightly less awful money. Got a little bit of money from demolishing that thingamathing. This jerkboat is trespassing, but I'm not really inclined to challenge him. I'm a little bit occupied. Let's see, do we have anything here we can raise? Not yet. In the meantime, we'll replace this dude with Vlad. Hopefully, all in fact knows him and trembles. We'll move Isabella's army out towards Wurtbad. Suffer the attrition for a turn. So their army is actually reasonably small here. Will I be able to reach them next turn? Looks like it. Like, should be able to. Yeah, that should be alright. So we'll move Vlad out as well.
I shall go.
Well, I certainly hope so. Yeah. Should be good. And then we get the reinforcement comedy, where Vlad gets extremely absurd stats, like 85 attack, 65 defense. Why not, right? Well, that turn was super exciting. Let's see what happens on the next one. So an extremely convenient news for me. Stirland has opted to move their main army off somewhere to the west, leaving Wurtbad basically undefended except for a small 8-unit garrison and this dude. So that should put us in the position where we can take the city this turn. I imagine losses will be heavy, but I'm not really concerned about that. I'm vampire counts, what do I care? Onward, Vlad. So he can attack this turn due to his special thingamathing, which is like one of the few times it's actually managed to prove useful. Won't matter too much late game, but right now it's kind of a thing. Moving up. We'll have Isabella's support. Of course, the Moot is going to rebel, but as soon as we take Wurtbad, that rebellion moves over and always spawns in the capital, meaning that we'll have an army in place to immediately crush it and get some levels. So that's pretty cool on the whole. Alright. Here we go. Of course, if I don't win this battle, I'm somewhat massively screwed. So I really hope I manage to pull this off. I think I can, though. Like, it's just, I severely outnumber them. I've got the fodder to keep them pinned. I can hit them with the Vargeist. I've got some strong characters to beat down their general and such. So it should be okay. Onward. What's the worst that could happen, right? Alright, so I've got reinforcements right in the middle. Magic seems good. We'll start deployment with that. Vlad, of course, has his extremely hilarious combat stats, considering it's turn 2. Through life, death, and undeath, the first and greatest of the vampire counts pursues the throne. It is his by right. Well, I wouldn't go that far, Vlad, but you might well win it here. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, let's take this crappy city. Not too much in the way of deployment to do. We'll just want to rush the walls and hit them hard and fast. Alright, well, zombies can't do either of those things, but they're going to try. Onward. Vlad can just walk behind. I don't know if I want to send him up immediately, because if he gets... well... you can't use Invocation of Heck on a wall, of course, right? So it's a bit of a problem with the healing. And he doesn't have the hunger that Isabella has. He does have Master of Beguilement, of course. The Vampire Lord faints and shades. So that could actually help him survivability-wise. But we'll see. Off we go, zombies. I have an extreme soft spot for zombies. One of my favorite units. They're adorably useless melee stats. They try so hard. Alright, let's get them. With your pocket ladders. Bring forth the fodder. Alright. The good news is that no one really cares if zombies get killed. Let's have the Fellbats interrupt their crossbows from shooting. I was going to say casting, and then I was like, hang on a minute. Alright, very good. We've got our Vargeists as well. So I might want to hold off on committing them until the enemy is more actively pinned down. Black Knights will contribute very little to these proceedings. You go hit that gate, I guess. Of course, going up the ladder is just going to reduce all my units to exhausted, or should I say drained, no matter what, so it's not a big deal. Send Isabella there. Send all our vampires together. They're basically going to have to win this fight by themselves, since you can't really expect too much out of bats and zombies. It's just not the way these units work. But they try really hard. Alright, let's have the ghouls follow the zombies up. So we're now not getting shot so badly. Oh shoot, I'm busy losing my Vargeists due to complete carelessness because I'm dumb. That's alright. We'll just smash them up with these. And then hopefully back off. I should really get an invocation on them, but I can't at the moment. Well, let's use, I have 2 Master of Beguilements actually, so I can get these swordsmen doing not much. And then I can heal the Vargeists a bit. Bats, get after those crossbows if you'd be so kind. And the rest of you can go over the walls. Attaboy, zombies. Vlad, would you mind hitting something? Thank you. I've always loved the noise Invocation of Nehek makes. Am I alone in that? I don't know. It's like that cool low chant. Look at this! A vampire hero with like 15, 17 kills already. The difference is immediately noticeable, I'll give it that. This makes me happy. What I dreamed of since the release of the game. Attaboy, Vladdy. Isabella von Carstein. Although, they don't say it with a German accent, and I do. As completely bad as mine may be. You'd think German names should have a German accent. It makes sense to me, right? I don't know. Who's shooting me? Is one of you dicks? No. Whatever. Get these cockboats in the back. Go from there. Super duper. Everyone loses a zombie or two now and then, so I'm not too worried about that. Alright, looks like we've broken the swordsman on the walls. Very good. I do like the horrified screaming when swordsmen are fighting vampires. Whoa! I'm glad I zoomed in for that sick kill. Is that new? No, it can't be. I must have just never zoomed in before. Will you stop shooting me? Stop that! Hey! It's their warrior priest, or art collector, the thing. Let's send my mob squad of vampires after him, and we'll go from there. As for the rest of you, head over and attack the center. How are you guys doing? Very slowly breaking the gate down. Slowly and ineffectively. What more can you ask for? Come along, vampires. Yeah, we have Soul Leech. Why not? We have Melkoth's Mystifying Miasma. Why not? Well, no, it's Shadow Magic, not Blood Magic, actually. Okay. Okay. Well, I do not anticipate that this little wall of units they have here will last very long, with 4 newly buffed vampire characters able to smash into it, even if they are debilitated. Well done, my loyal minions. Can beguile this dude, which brings their attack down to solid 0. Alright. Heal our vampires a little bit. Of course, Isabella requires none since she has the hunger and the others don't. Yeah. Whoa. I'm loving these sync kills. I bet you are. Dude. Oh, this guy still hasn't entered combat. Fuck it, I'll just soul leech him again. Why not? They're already dead, silly spearmen. I suppose if I was smart and a better player, I would have already brought my Vargeists up and hit them in the rear. I'm not, mind you, but that's what I would have done if I was better at the game. I just wanted to zoom in and watch vampires murder things. Look at this, a vampire hero with no skills that's 69 kills already. It's beautiful. Alright, hit them in the rear. There we go. That's the thing I should have done a while ago if I was smarter. You guys broken down the gate yet? Oh, 95%. Well done. The gods have abandoned us! Well, that'll happen from time to time. look down, sweet Jesus doesn't care. Sorry, suddenly it was Les Miserables time. Hey, they're trying to take us in the rear. Well, that's rude. I suppose I should do something about that. God, it's ridiculous. This stat line on level turn 2. Somewhat amusing to watch them absolutely caked in Viscera. Alright, let's wipe this unit out, shall we? Spearmen provide the backbone of the Empire's battle line. All about that. Well done, my loyal dead things. Suppose we should kill this guy, eh? Oh no, he's broken. Probably army losses. Yep. Well, they probably deserved it. Well, everything went as planned. Very good then. Well, we needed that to happen, and it did. So now we have a full province on turn 2, 3, something like that. Turn early. That gives us the opportunity, hopefully, to turn east and start worrying about Templehof. And we got this sweet banner, which I can give to my zombies, I guess, so they crumble slightly less fast. Awesome. Oh man, these kill counts for vampire heroes are making me irrationally happy. This never happened before, and it's like tabletop-ish. Anyway, I suppose the province is about to rebel. It doesn't overly matter if I make it angrier, so I'm gonna loot and occupy. Hopefully the rebels join me for dinner. Right. Of course, that still leaves us this army to deal with. But that shouldn't really be a problem, in truth. Alright. Well, let's grab some combat skills for our vampires, since we're playing Isabella, which means that a kind of a big part of our combat prowess. Vlad can take the hunger. Very good. Which gives him an absurd amount of healing, really, considering his unusually high health pool. And then we can figure out what to do from there. Which is probably not recruit more units, considering our current cash flow. But we should probably do something along the lines... Well, what's our growth at? I suppose we could foster terror. Yeah, why not? That'll work. Now our problem is Tempelhof. Well, as soon as we get rid of this one army.
By Sigma, no.
That shouldn't be a big deal. Since they are now sitting with 0 provinces.
So,
of course, now we're surrounded by various people that hate us. It's a bit of an issue.
Do not waste my time with petty talk. Make your offer and be done.
no.
Oh, alright. I
The
guess
Empire.
that won't be happening.
With the dead. Be gone, abomination.
You know, we used to be able to parley with the dead. It's a bit of a problem.
Greetings, kin. Mine will dominate here. Do not mistake this parley for anything else.
Sure, whatever you say, Manfred. Huh. Yes, our diplomatic options are somewhat limited, aren't they? Because we don't have affinity with other vampires, because they're all looking to take our lands too, right? Dwarves hate us, the humans obviously hate us.
So, is it? I will hear your
And
petition, but make no
I'm not
promises
expecting
to act
much
on it.
from Karl Franz. Well, we'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way. Namely, just beating face until they give up. Of course, we have the rebellion coming next turn too, which we will have to deal with in time. And yeah, the whole money issues here are a bit of a problem. I suppose I should get some post-battle loot from beating these guys up, so it might make sense just to recruit some units. But I'll need to move quickly to secure the rest of Western Sylvania. Then hopefully we can get our vampiric corruption up here. Of course, vampires, the characters themselves, these two spread it. So that'll get our corruption to a decent level right away. Although I should probably build some corruption buildings. That used to always be my go-to. I could also research baleful rituals. It's probably not a bad idea. But, in any event, what remains is to see what Albrecht Haupt Anderson? The thing. See what this guy does. Alright. Ending the turn. Excellent news. I've completed my chapter objective by occupying 2 different settlements, which means I get a reprieve from my rapidly dwindling money. But I do get some dudes to myrtleize, so that helps. And then I am getting my tech done. So, everything is still under control, no random war declarations yet. Hopefully, we can avoid that for at least a few more turns while we get ourselves set up. That's kind of, I feel, the way you have to play on Legendary. Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Alright. So we really should deal with this dude, who's going to sit here being irritating until we kill him. But that's okay. Before he does anything obnoxious, like calling some other Empire faction into a war with us. Alright. The way this auto-resolve bar is looking, I feel like I'm obligated to fight this out, which is okay, because we can watch some vampires murder things some more. But, yeah, just considering the, I don't want to risk losing too much here, especially some of my more valuable units. So, I will fight this out manually. And we get our sweet Undying Love buff. Let's get to it. And away we go. Okay, so they're deployed in the middle right ahead of us. Vlad's coming in from the south. Well, let's throw our zombies straight up front so they can absorb hits for us, while things that are less useless go around the flank. Skeletons can hold the flanks as well. We've got bats to go chase their obnoxious pistoliers about, and then Vargeists to hit them in the rear. And then we have a pretty nasty core here of vampires. We'll spread them out a bit just so they can give their leadership buff to a larger percentage of my army. And then we've got ghouls on the flanks. I feel like that'll work. And Black Knights, of course, although trained is not ideal for it, but what can you do? Well, let's get these guys up front in formation. Bats, Knights, Vargeists. Let's do it. Okay. And then Vlad and friends will be here. Are they moving off? Interesting. Well, let's move Vlad up quickly then, shall we? We could probably force this issue fairly quickly, so we might want to run, in truth. See if we can chase off some of this garbage, and then, yeah, let's do that. Has to be. Alright, we'll send 2 bats after these pistoliers, 2 bats after these. Have our Vargeists move behind them. Move our Black Knights up. And then the vampires will be moving in with the rest. Very good. That should, if nothing else, get these pistoliers to go away and hit some of our more useless units. Please stop fighting the halberds. Thank you. You guys can move around the rear. Zombies should move in to engage. Same with Isabella. Let's get up there and get into it, shall we? The ghouls up. Black Knights actually should be able to hit these pistoliers if they're running that way. Blood can come in here. Got more units that way. Alright, Vargeist, let's do that thing you do. Crush these guys in the rear. Same with you, please. Move the ghouls up. The vampire here can hit the spearmen. I'm sure she'll have no problem wiping them out. Let's see here. This one's actually taking some damage, so we should do something about that. Put the ghouls at the back. For other units. Always nice when you can take them in the rear. I suppose I could throw a Spirit Leech on their general, couldn't I? Oops. Damn you, lack of banners! I turn them off because they're ugly, but sometimes it screws me. Alright. That all seems to be going swimmingly. Hey Vlad, come over here and beat them up. Thank you. Ulrich cannot save you now. Hey Vlad, heal your friend here. Thank you. We can make their general do nothing. They can get in and use... What's the range on Master Beguilement? 100 meters? Yeah, okay. Something like that. Yes, fine. I suppose if I were a better player, I would have already cycled my Vargeist in and out. But I'm not, so I didn't. Get them, zombies! Off they go. Swordsman broken. They'll be back, those ones, for sure. But that's okay. Tell you, more than Sigmar demands blood, but whatever you say, guy. Have a difficult time with that, swordsman dude. Alright. This seems to be going quite well for me. Hello, Vlad. Can you beat this guy up, please? God damn it. There we go. Kill that guy. This seems to be going perfectly. Fear is a terribly useful thing. I know, like, a lot of vampire count units seem overpriced until you realize how useful never breaking and causing fear is as an army-wide thing. Yes, run. You'll see. Please hunt them down, Vargeist. Thank you. It's a bloody business. However, everything has gone very nicely. Some zombies got killed, whatever, you know. No one's too worried about that. Everyone loses a zombie from time to time. These vampire kill counts are still making me irrationally happy. Considering they used to get like 4 or 5 kills in that situation before. It's a big deal going up by like that much armor piercing. Let's see here. Return, murder, dominate. I choose to dominate in this case. Of course they're gonna run. Be irritating creatures. That's okay though.
Not likely.
But I really should wipe them out before they do something obnoxious with diplomacy. As for Isabella, let's see. Always nice to get extra movement. And her retinue. Well, probably a good idea to get extra attack. Take advantage of our new weapon strength, right? Right.
The von Carstein.
Move the lad up.
I shall go.
Wipe them out. This seems auto-resolvable now, at least. Oh no, I lost a unit of zombies. Oh well. Ooh, I got an ogre blade. I like it. I shall give it to... Oh, it's already on blood. Well, perfect. He should also get extra movement speed. Always useful. And what shall I do with her? Well, probably improve her magic. We have other vampires to do the fighting for now. I want to grab that arcane conduit as soon as possible. Since vampires have ever been a faction largely about magic. Okay. Let's march you guys back.
No.
I mean, what are these rebels really going to do? They're going to sit there and attrition themselves, so I'm not too worried about it. Vlad should also move back into town.
Darkness.
Perfect. And our money situation is mildly less alarming. I could even afford to repair my stuff. Meanwhile, Manfred is busy trespassing on my lands, but hasn't actually declared war or anything, so we'll see what happens there. In the meantime, I should probably get a garrison going here. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. And then I can probably get rid of this building. I don't really need it here. I'm not too concerned about recruiting more Vargas at the moment. It'll give me the money to at least get walls up around it. Always useful when you never know who's going to attack you with a million factions nearby that all hate me.
Champion of the dark.
I suppose that's about it for the turn, though. Still not much to do trade-wise.
Fellow beatless hearts, let us discuss the destruction of the...
Sure thing, Manfred, whatever you say. I wouldn't mind a trade agreement for a bit, since I'm not going to be attacking him immediately. But we'll see.
Now.
Yes, none of this is particularly hopeful, is it? Oh well.
All shall
I could always be buddies with some of the orc factions, so there's that. Anyway, ending the turn. Okie dokie. Well, now we should probably dispose of these rebels, who are busy suffering attrition for some reason. Good for them. Our money is not going to let us stand pat for long, so we best move out. Monford's still hanging out here doing whatever it is he does. Sure, okay. Whatever you want to do, buddy. Not too concerned about it. Let's dispose of that building.
I thirst.
And then thirst for some rebel blood, apparently.
Blood.
Yes, you are Vlad. I'm glad you've realized this. Attack! No mercy. Just a really large number of spearmen, really. Works for me. Another situation where I probably don't want to auto-resolve, just in order to maintain my army health for my ultimate move on Tempelhof. Alright, screw it. Let's do it. Alright then, crush some spearmen. Easy enough, right? Same kind of formation, have our fodder absorb hits. Of course, once our vampire ladies here hit level 8 and get hunger and immortal will and all the goodies and get to like 140 armor, there'll be quite a power spike. But for now, they'll still rack up the kills. Vargeist, of course, will be highly useful for those rear attacks. Alright. Black Knights, well, they'll try their best in this matchup. The ghouls should actually be reasonably competent here as well. Well, onward! Chop 'em! They're just gonna hang out and be cool mostly. Alright, let's bring Vlad and his entourage in. Come along, minions. We still have these obnoxious pistoliers. Oh, that's why we brought the bats along, right? Get them! Alright, off we go then. Isabella has very little to fear from these units, so I see no reason not to send her right in. Alright, Black Knight's off this way. Ghouls actually match up pretty favorably against Spearmen themselves, so I'm not too worried about that fight. Although I see no reason not to tip it in my favor with the Vargeists. Their whole army is spearmen, so Vargas are just gonna have to deal with being anti-larged. It's a verb now, I promise. Get 'em, zombies. Total faith in your admittedly limited abilities. Alright, send them in the rear. Vlad should be pretty capable here, so I'm not worried about that. Maybe, are you in range? Yeah, you are, perfect. Let's get the ghouls healed. Since they're one of our more valuable units, we want to break them out of that situation as fast as possible. How's this going? Yeah, reasonably well, actually. Hopefully we can break these spearmen pretty quickly. Very good. Ludwig Witzenheimer. That is a lot of name, for sure. I desire you to kill these things, and quickly. Throw out a Melkoth, why not? Vlad, meantime, can continue healing. Oh no, he's out of range. How long do I have? 2 seconds? That's fine. Have Isabella continue healing the ghouls up. It's not technically healing, I mean, it's filling them with unholy energy and all that, but you know, the term will suffice for our purposes. This seems to be going perfectly. Alright, let's move on, Vargeists.
Noble of the night, time to kill.
May as well life drain this nerd.
Of years.
How are these Black Knights doing and ghouls? Can you get them in the rear? That would be super helpful. If you'd be so kind. We can move our bats back in here. Let's break this situation open. Hit them with the Vargeist. That should end it relatively quickly. That fight's gone in our favor. Hideous monstrosities, ho! Night has fallen. Whoa. Acrobatic. I still can't get over vampire heroes getting 50 kills in this situation with like no buffs. Makes me so happy. Alright. Well done, Vlad. I suppose we should probably heal the Vargeists that are... Armor 10 and defense 27 is not impressing anyone, so... They're never going to be a tanky unit for you. Unless you use the battle red line buffs I don't use, but... anyway. I assume these guys are getting army losses. Yep, perfect. Everything went super. Losses actually were fairly minimal, it looks like. Oh, nice. The bats are comically chasing these guys down. Chitter, chitter. Actually, reasonably big bats, eh? Like, they're not like the bat swarm unit never actually made it into the game. They only use the fell bats, so they're huge as bats go. Poor bastards. Oh well, they probably deserved it. Flee! Of course, bats are not impressing anyone with their kill potential. Attack 16, weapon strength 22. It beats zombies slightly, but other than that, no one's too impressed. Oh well, well done, zombies. Well, that went as well as I could reasonably expect it to. Minimal losses, no important units lost, everything good health, except the Black Knights that I probably should have healed, but I'm dumb. Oh well! And we've got some levels, got some post-battle loot. We should probably dispose of the rest of these rebels here. Go get them, Blood. Yes, blood. Chop chop. Perfect. Ooh, we got the Wanda Jet. That is highly pleasing. So we got some extra winds of magic. We can continue down the magic line here for Isabella, I believe. Probably makes the most sense. Grabberry's dead, that's always nice to have. Level you up, continue to get you to exceedingly awesome levels of choppiness. Perfect. And the Vlad leveled up. Unit experience gained per turn. Kind of a thing, actually. The earlier you get that, the more it'll, more effective it'll be. It doesn't affect garrisons anymore like it did in Warhammer 1, which was hilarious, where all your garrisons are rank 9. But it'll still be useful, I feel. I probably should go down the magic line with Vlad too, since he will have to operate on his own at some point. But there's something cinematic about doubling up his combat abilities and making him a hideous monster. So I think I might do that for theme purposes. Can't all be about min-maxing, right? Right. What do I want to do here? Probably wait on 2 more turns. I don't really want to rebuild this building I just destroyed. Cool. Right. I think that will do for now. That's the first 5 turns. We've immediately set out and captured a whole province, wiped out a faction. We don't have any bad wars at the moment. We've got some levels, and we're in a good position to go and crush Templehof in the days to come. Alright, I will leave it there. On the whole, pretty successful. And the new changes, especially in the early game, before any like zombie dragon mounts or anything, although of course Isabel and Vlad can't get it, it's a big deal, actually. The kill potential of your vampire heroes is much higher, and that just is, it's a beautiful thing. Alright, leaving it there.